Okay, it's 8 o'clock, so let's get into it. So, exactly the same as yesterday, we're in this exploring possibilities series. And the premise behind this is that there's lots more that we could be accessing, possibilities and experiences that we're just simply unable to see. Or maybe we can see them, but we don't participate. And one of the ways that I think we're limiting our ability to see these available possibilities is when we're in a stress state. And today's focus is on the mind. And when the mind is in a state, focus narrows, trying to protect. If it's in protective mode, it's looking for the familiar and anything outside of the familiar. So somebody suggesting something new, you've had a thought or an idea, the mind would be pretty quick to maybe dismiss that and say no to the thing simply because it's new and unfamiliar when we're in a stress state. When we've lessened some of that stress, the mind will be less quick to dismiss, will be more open. So we may see more opportunities, possibilities, and we may also be more willing to say yes or participate if it's a good suggestion for you. I'm not saying everything that's ever suggested to us is good, but just to be more open to receive and weigh up something new because we're in a less of a protective mind state. And it's all natural, it's all very protective. I don't think it's coming from a bad place when the mind is doing this. But what I think is interesting is when I speak to some people about their experiences in Paula, all good, in meditation, and they say, "Good morning, Paula." When they say things like, "Oh, I'm no good at meditation," I've heard that so many times of you, and maybe even you say it with this idea of my mind's just so busy when I meditate. And I don't think we are supposed to dismiss the mind. My feeling in this is the mind is telling us something. Now, whether or not that's literal or not is a different matter, but it's constantly trying to communicate with us. And in meditation, the mind is still going to be present. It's part of the body, it's part of us. And when it throws things up, we can observe that. We observe the thoughts and we stay, perhaps we see where they go as well, which is what we're going to get into a little bit here today. So it's actually, we're going to take a little bit of a different approach. And the idea is to become an observer of the mind, maybe even befriending the mind. And you might say, I know we're on a chat here, but you might say things like, well, hang on a minute, what about when we're on a loop, or even things like intrusive thoughts, which aren't nice to experience. But it's rather than taking those as literal fact, that's the mind communicating something to us that we're in a stress state. It's letting us know that something's awry, perhaps. So obviously, all different circumstances, big caveat there, are different. But it's becoming an observer of those experiences and befriending and seeing what's really going on with both the body, mind, and emotions, which we'll get to tomorrow. So all that chatter now, maybe it's quite a bit. We can always talk about it. You can always DM me if you've got anything you'd like to add. But let's get into our actual practice here this morning. So coming back to your body in your mind, you've just been listening to me chatter, but bringing your focus and your awareness back to you. So noticing, first of all, what position you're in. Maybe you're sitting up, maybe you're lying down. Just noticing your body state for a moment. Just seeing what's there, any tension. Maybe just observing your breath just for a second. I'm going to bring a little bit of movement in this morning. I will be doing this every morning. And this time it's with the head. So this might, for those that are lying down, might look a little bit different. And I'll talk you through. But those sitting upright, we're going to inhale, tall spine. Exhale, drop the chin down to chest. And then we're going to roll the head, one ear to one shoulder, and then the other ear to the other shoulder. So we're creating semicircles with the chin. Now, if you're lying in bed, this might be, or lying down on a mat, this might be as simple as gently turning your head side to side, but really checking in what's right with your body. lengthening your body. Maybe you just have a nice stretch lying down. If it feels okay for you, breathing into any areas of tightness, doing some nice neck rolls. And for those that do wish like it's available to them this morning, you might want to drop the head completely back and do a complete circle. I'm going to stay with the semicircles here this morning. And if you do a circle in one direction, repeating in the other. And you've completed the last cycle, bringing the chin to chest. If you're sitting upright, inhale as you exhale, lifting the head up. Okay, let's just roll the shoulders back a little. So we're creating some separation or a little bit of space between the shoulders and the neck and the head. So rolling those shoulders back. And then we're going to inhale and bring the shoulders up. So now we're create some space. Let's shorten that space. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. And we're encouraging some tension in the body. So we might think we're letting go of tension today, which we are, but we're going to bring some in now. So we're going to inhale, maybe holding the breath if that's okay for you. Bring a little bit of tension into the body. And then we're going to exhale and drop the shoulders down, breathing through the mouth. So hold and then exhale, drop it away. Okay, we're going to do that again. So we're inhaling, drawing the shoulders up to the ears, and then bring some tension into the body from your toes all the way up to the top of your head. Bring that awareness through your whole body, pulling a funny face, and then exhale, dropping the shoulders down, exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale. Hold the breath if that's available to you. Squeeze the body, invite awareness and tension to your entire body. If you're shaking, that's normal. And then exhale, dropping away. Okay. I'm just seeing how you feel, coming back to that nice tall spine, or lengthening if you're lying down. And although we've just done that exercise and you may have held your breath with me, maybe you've got the eyes open, maybe you've got them closed. But again, just coming to that internal awareness and just noticing how your body is now, and noticing where your breath is landing in the body. And when I say landing, what I mean is let's notice where the body is being affected by the breath as we breathe. Breathing through the nose, let's just see what's being affected by that movement, that breath as it comes in. The shoulders rising. You notice your chest moving. You might even notice things like the lower back moving. So you're starting to notice that relationship between your breath coming into your body and how that affects your body and the movement it creates. As you inhale and exhale, the body moves, shifts and changes, and then directing the breath into the abdomen. You might already notice the abdomen moving, but it depends. We've been raising the shoulders up and down, so maybe the breath is shortened a little. So it's deepening the breath, and we're going to start directing it into the abdomen. So as we inhale, the abdomen rises, and as we exhale, it drops away. So breathing through the nose, inhale, extends, we exhale, it drops away, and maybe you bring the hands to the abdomen to redirect it there. Maybe you rest your hands down on the knees. And like just the same as yesterday, we're going to do the same breathing patterns. We want the breath to be continuous. And what I mean by that is sometimes when we're in a stress state, we're just busy, we can have a staggered breath and be holding the breath at maybe the top or the bottom, the inhale, exhale. So what we're encouraging here this morning is a continuous breath. That means as soon as we exhale, we're coming in immediately back round to that next inhalation. The exhale happens, and then the inhales immediately following, and we just keep that flow going from one to the next. And it's normal if you do stagger a little, pause. If you find yourself doing that, do not worry. It's really normal to come back to the next breath cycle. So we're going to stay with a continuous breath. Inhaling and exhaling, directing it to the abdomen. And next, I invite you to bring in some directed awareness, your mind to body. We're all directing with the mind with the breath. to 2 points in the body. When we inhale, if you can, bring your awareness, your thought, to your own belly button. So as you inhale, you notice your belly button rises. And as you exhale, just bringing your awareness to your forehead. That might sound strange. If you can, just bringing your awareness to those 2 points. Inhale to the belly button. The exhale, so as the abdomen drops away, you're bringing your awareness to your forehead for a moment. The breath remains continuous. The inhale joins the exhale to the next inhale. Keeping that cycle going. And when I say cycle, if you like working with your imagination, your visual, where my mind goes, or where I visualize this, is when we inhale from the belly button, then imagining or I connect with the image of my spine all the way up with that inhale to the neck. And then as I exhale, using the imagination, because we're not connecting to a body part now, the exhales from the forehead back down to the belly button. So in my imagination, and whether this works for you or not, like I say, we've got our 2 points as the exhale circles back round to the belly button, the inhale extends as we breathe up, as we exhale drops away, we're thinking of the forehead. But it might be as simple as saying with those 2 points, inhale, belly button rises, and exhale, awareness to the forehead. We're visualizing this circle. So we're going to do this a few rounds. And I know we're giving the mind quite a bit to focus on here, but I'm also going to, as we breathe in this way, invite that opportunity really, or a moment of reflection to connect and see what the mind wants to show. So we're not judging or attaching to anything it throws up now, anything at all. We're just seeing what's here. And you might even follow a thought process, but you're still keeping that circular breathing going. Breathing through the nose. The inhale joins the exhale goes immediately back round to that next inhalation. We're going to keep doing that. But we're allowing the mind to have space. We're not dismissing the mind in any way. We're just seeing what wants to come up as we breathe. And then inviting just a little bit more depth awareness, just seeing as your mind maybe throws up a word or more, or memory, anything really. Chain of thought, just seeing if there's an area in the body that is also bringing your attention to it, or a feeling of any kind. And we're just staying open to this and breathing. So we stay open to this idea. Let's do 3 more rounds. So we're inhaling at that point, thinking about the belly button. As we're exhaling, thinking of the point at the forehead. Still breathing through the nose. The inhale joins the exhale immediately back round to the next inhalation. Maybe you've got the eyes open, maybe you've got them closed, whatever works for you. Keeping a circular cycle and breathing pattern going, welcoming whatever the mind wants to throw up, whatever it wants to reveal, not judging or attaching, observing it, not applying any labels to it, and maybe sensing a feeling or even an area in the body. And then we're going to change the breathing pattern exactly the same as we did yesterday, staying with the same visual points and places of awareness. But this time we're going to come to a 2-part inhale through the nose. So it's a full inhale and then a top up sniff. And then it's a slow exhale through the mouth. So let's do one of those together. 2-part inhale through the nose. So full inhale, as if you fully inhale, filling the abdomen. Then add a little extra sniff and extra inhale. And then exhaling so slowly through the mouth. Exhale is going to seem longer now. Let's do that again, and maybe bringing in those 2 points of awareness at the same time. If that's available to you, no worries. If not, we'll just focus on that breathing technique. So inhaling fully, we're focusing at the belly button, inhaling fully through the nose, top up sniff, and then a slow exhale through the mouth, maybe thinking about the forehead. Maybe thinking of that cycle, that circle. Let's do that again. Full inhale into the abdomen. Thinking of that belly button point. Top up sniff. Slow exhale through the mouth. And if you are working with that cycle, we're going to work with that visual. We're going to inhale from the belly button, focus there. Full breath, inhale, imagining all the way up to the spine, to the neck. That top up sniff brings you to the forehead, so through the head to the forehead. And then a slow exhale all the way back down through the mouth. And we'll do that cycle a few more times because we want to also invite in any thoughts, allowing them to flow, observing them, not attaching. So inhale, just allowing that more fluid flow of thought, of observation, not attaching to them, also not trying to control them, just allowing them to be and observing and seeing what they are. So let's do that breathing cycle again. Top up sniff. Exhale slowly through the mouth, just letting those thoughts flow as we exhale. Inhaling, awareness of the belly button. Top up sniff, inviting any thoughts that want to be there. Top up sniff to the forehead. Exhaling, forehead awareness through the mouth. Allowing those thoughts to travel through the body, through the mind as they're meant to. Observing your mind. Let's do that cycle one more time. Inhale. In the belly button, inviting those thoughts, that top up sniff. Observing and then exhaling through the mouth slowly, allowing. And then returning to your normal breath. Still being aware of your breath. And noticing where it's landing in your body, but not focusing, keeping that continuous breathing cycle. They're no longer directing it in that way. Just breathing, returning to your normal breathing pattern. Obviously breathing through the nose again now. And then connecting back or thinking about your body, thinking about your mind. And maybe just asking the question in that mind, in this moment or this morning, my mind feels. My mind feels. Maybe complete that sentence for yourself. My mind feels. My mind feels. Just noticing what's here. Just observing how you're feeling. How your body's feeling, how your mind is feeling. As you return to your normal breathing pattern, maybe recalling anything that you wish to, reminding yourself of anything from your experience you wish to take back with you, remember. Before then thinking about your sense in space, your place in space, where you are, your locality, the environment that's around you. Maybe that begins by sensing temperature around your body, reminding yourself of the room that you're in, the space that you're in, the ground beneath you. Any sounds that are in the vicinity around you. Maybe you're still recalling from your experience, but slowly returning now with the senses, just noticing your environment around you. Gently returning. What you can smell, maybe what you can hear in your immediate environment beyond. Maybe beginning to open the eyes. Maybe feeling it touching, patting your legs or the body, bringing the hands to the ground. If you're opening the eyes, Maybe just taking in some colours that you notice around you or objects, some textures you can see, feel. And again, recalling anything you wish to from this experience. If you, like I say in the beginning, writing anything down, write it down. Just coming back to yourself and maybe coming back or taking away with you today that idea of befriending or observing the mind, whatever the mind throws up throughout the day, whatever it shows, reveals, bringing some awareness to it at any time that you remember to, no pressure at all. Just observing, little moments of observing the mind today. But yeah, welcome back. Come on back to your day, and tomorrow we move on to emotions, part three of this four-part series. So if you want to join me, that would be amazing. Same time, same place. I'd love to see you. So yeah, welcome back. Wishing you all a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been really wonderful to share this experience with you. I'd love to hear from you, so drop me a DM and say hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bryn. Welcome back. Wishing you a really beautiful day, really lovely day, and just sending you all so much love. And I look forward to sharing this space with you again. Seeing you tomorrow if you wish to join me. Okay, lots of love. Bye bye.